Your Excellency, I have
Good morning, Mr. Clerk.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, I have the instructions of the Speaker of the National Assembly to place before you 3 vellum copies for your assent. The first one is the Capital Markets Amendment Bill, which was a bill that was introduced in the National Assembly by the leader of Majority Party, having gone through the Cabinet. That bill, Your Excellency, is one of those that the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury undertook to bring to Parliament when he was reading the budget in June last year.
Correct.
The bill, Your Excellency, is one of those that is implementing the objectives of the government and Parliament to make doing business in Kenya easy. Under the current Section 29 of the Capital Markets Act, there's a requirement that the shareholding for different players under capital markets, that is stockbrokers and investment banks, that the shareholdings are limited by law. Now Parliament decided, for purposes of flexibility and making Kenya more competitive, should give those powers, delegate those powers to the Cabinet Secretary, so that those decisions are made on flexible basis and to reflect the global markets, so as to attract more investments in the Republic of Kenya. The bill is short, Your Excellency, and it provides that it will come into force after 14 days following its assent. Your Excellency, the second bill to come before you is a small one. It's a Provisional Collection of Taxes Repeal Bill. Simply a cleanup of our law book. The last one, Your Excellency, is a Government-Owned Enterprises Bill, the GOE Bill 2025. This bill was introduced in the National Assembly by the leader of the Majority Party, having been received from the Cabinet through the Office of the Attorney General. The bill, Your Excellency, introduces new ways in which the government will be making investments in its own entities. It provides for, number one, for a public entity to be, for a government-owned enterprise to be created, there must be a business logic behind it. It must be able to run on its own without being funded by the exchequer. It must be able to run on its own without asking for more money from the taxpayers. The bill also provides, Your Excellency, that there is a list of 65 hitherto state corporations and another 18 which will henceforth be registered under the Companies Act as government enterprises, and they be reformed in accordance with this law. The idea is to streamline the commercial operations of all government enterprises so that it makes commercial sense to the people of Kenya.
This is the law that was originally spearheaded by what was that member of parliament for Mandera? Abdikadir.
Yes. Abdikadir, yes. Yes.
Abdikadir.
Yes.
That was which year? 2014. Yes. So it's been doing the round.
Yes, since 2014, there was that proposal that came from the task force chaired by the then member for Mandera, Abdikadir, who came to State House as an advisor. It has been going round, and the idea was partly to amalgamate some of them and also to come up with the government enterprises vehicle.
Correct.
So that these entities have to make sense. that law was taking away the powers of Parliament. Parliament delayed in actualizing his decision. Therefore, he approached the courts, and the court, he was able to convince courts that that law is indeed unconstitutional, since it was allowing the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury, the moment he announces the taxation measures in June,